Hello everyone, greetings of the day. Hope all are doing great. Today we are going to discuss about biodiversity. What is biodiversity? I am your mentor, Dr. Prerna Bhautik, Assistant Professor at All India Sri Shivaji Memorial Society, College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Pune. This topic is covered under Program BSc Hospitality Studies, Class 2nd Year, Course HS 307, Environment Science 1, Chapter 4, Biodiversity. Course outcomes are aim to establish the importance of environmental issues, provide insight on environment management in hospitality industry, understand the benefits of eco-friendly practices to have a sustainable environment in daily operations of hotel. The learning outcome for today's session are understand the concept of biodiversity and learn about the units of biodiversity. Biodiversity. Biodiversity is the abbreviated word for biological diversity. Bio means life or living organism. Diversity means variety. Thus, biodiversity is total variety of life on our planet, the total number of races, varieties and species. The sum of total of various type of microbes, plants and animals, producer, consumer and decomposers in a system. This is called as biodiversity. It includes all the terrestrial, marine and other aquatic organisms. It also covers diversity within species, between species, as well as the variation among ecosystem. It is concerned with their complex ecological interrelationship. Thus, biodiversity is the Earth's primary life support system and is a precondition for human survival. In biodiversity, biomes can be considered like zones, environment with specific climatic, topographic and soil conditions and roughly comparable biological communities. For example, grassland forest. The biomes shelter an variety of living organisms from driest desert to dripping rainforest, from higher mountain to deepest ocean trenches. Life occurs in a marvelous spectrum of size, shape, color, and interrelationship. The varieties of living organisms, the biodiversity, makes the world beautiful. There are 1.4 million species known presently, but based on new discoveries by researchers, mainly in tropic taxonomics, estimate there are between 3 to 50 million different species may be alive today. Insects make up more than one half to all known species and may comprises more than 90% of all species on earth. The concept of biodiversity may be analyzed in three different levels. These three different levels are unit of biodiversities. First, genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity. Let's see what is generic diversity. Generic diversity is the variety in the genetic makeup among individuals within a species. A species with different genetic character is known as subspecies or genera. Genes are the basic units of hereditary information transmitted from one generation to another generation. So genetic diversity is a measure of the varieties of version of same genes within individual species. The genes found in organism can form enormous number of combinations, each of which gives rise to some variability. Within individual species, there are different varieties that are slightly different from one another. This difference are due to difference in the combination of genes. When the genes within the same species show different version due to new combination, it is called as generic variability. For example, all rice varieties belong to the species Oiza sativia, but there are different varieties which differs in their shape, size, aroma due to the variation at the genetic level. Other example is teak wood varieties. The various teak wood varieties available are Indian teak, Burma teak, Malaysian teak, etc. They are belongs to the same species but having a different genetic characteristics. Now let's see what is species diversity. A discrete group of organisms of the same kind is known as species. This is the variability found within the population of a species. Species diversity refers to the number of plants and animal species present in a community or an ecosystem. The sum of variety of all living organisms at specific level is known as species diversity. And the richness of species in an ecosystem you can say as in species diversity. It varies a great deal between the ecosystem. The total number of living species in is in the range of 10 to 50 million. But till now only about 1.5 million species have been actually described and given specific names. Species diversity describes the number of kind of organisms within individual community or ecosystem. The biotic component is composed of a large number of species of plants, animals, and microorganisms which interact with each other and with the abiotic components of the environment. Plant species such as apple, mango, wheat, grapes, rice, etc. Animal species such as lion, tiger, elephant, deer, etc. You will find a large number of different plants and animals in an ecosystem with high diversity. Now, ecosystem diversity, a set of biotic components that is plant, animal and microorganism and abiotic components such as soil, air, water, etc. interact with each other is known as ecosystem. Ecosystem or ecological diversity means the richness and complexity of a biological community, including tropical levels, ecological processions which capture energy, food web, and material recycling. Ecosystem diversity is the variety of habitat found in an area. It is a variety of forest, desert, grassland, aquatic ecosystem that occur in the area. An ecosystem develops its own characteristic community of living organisms depend upon the availability of abiotic resources, environment condition and other factors such as pond ecosystem which pond process different sets of flora and fauna as compared to the river ecosystem. This diversity has developed over millions of years of evolution and is a great value that must be kept intact. The diversity at an ecological level or habitat level is also you can consider or you can say as ecosystem diversity. River ecosystem such as river includes fish, aquatic insects and other varieties of plants that have adapted. Ecosystem diversity is the difference of environmental types in a region. It explains the interaction between living organism and physical environment in an ecosystem. Ecosystem diversity is also called as community diversity. There are certain factors that determine the degree of diversity in an ecosystem or in community diversity, such as habitat stress, geog- geographical isolation, availability of ecological niche, age effect, geological history, dominance by one species. These are the different factors that determine the degree of diversity in an ecosystem or community where the diversity is low inhabited under any stress like harsh climatic condition or pollution condition, and other factors are also affected by the ecosystem diversity. Let's see why biodiversity is important. Biodiversity is important because it increases ecosystem productivity. Each species in an ecosystem has a specific niche, a role to play. Support a large number of plant species, and therefore a great variety of crops are available in biodiversity. Biodiversity protects freshwater resources. It promotes soil promotions and protection. It also provides nutrition, storage, and recycling. It aids in breaking down pollutants. Biodiversity contribute to climate stability. Biodiversity helps in speedy recovery for natural disaster. Biodiversity provides more food resources. It also provides more medicinal resources and pharmaceutical drugs. Biodiversity offers environment for recreation and tourism. In today's session, we discuss about biodiversity, its three units, and why biodiversity is important for environment. For further references, you can read this book and visit the website which is mentioned in front of your screen. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more updates, and don't forget to attempt the quiz. Quiz link is given in the description column. Thank you so much.